Artificial intelligence, humanity's greatest invention and probably our most polite downfall. We handed over our thoughts, our voices, and our privacy to machines that promise to help us work less, think less, and scroll more. And now we've got companies with names that sound like they were brainstormed by AI themselves. ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, DeepMind, all in a race to outsmart each other and humanity while they're at it. So, let's get into it. But what's inside something like ChatGPT or Gemini that makes it sound like your best friend and your most opinionated co-worker all in the same conversation? Think of an AI system like a digital brain. It eats data for breakfast. It was trained on trillions of words from the internet. When you ask it a question, it predicts what comes next, only freakishly well. Now that's what's called a large language model or LLM. Think of it as autocorrect that went to college, got a PhD, and it hasn't stopped talking since. But that's just the brain. What gives it life are all the other parts that work together with it, like the processor. An AI processor, think about it. The time it takes to blink is about 1/10 of a second. In that same space of time, an AI processor would process trillions of calculations. It could analyze 1,000 CT scans, completely translate 10 languages, write a poem all about that in the time it takes you to close and open your eyes. That's how fast AI thinks, literally faster than you can blink. Along with that, it has memory that, unlike us, never forgets. And then it has an interface that makes the whole experience feel less like math and more like magic. So when you talk to ChatGPT, Gemini, or Grok, you're not interacting with a person. You're interacting with the world's fastest pattern recognition machine dressed as a human conversationalist. That's the magic. It doesn't think, it just feels like it does. And now the people who designed intelligence, OpenAI, is teaming up with the guy who designed desire, Jony Ive, the mind behind the iPhone and the iPod. The man who convinced us that said, aluminum is emotional. This isn't rumor, this is happening. And they are designing something new. Not a phone, not a screen, something that will definitely make technology feel less robotic and more human. Let's dream a little. What if they're designing an AI-first companion? You whisper, it responds. You forget, it remembers. No screens, no touch, just presence. Something like a wearable pin or an earpiece. In dream number 2, they can be designing a wellness coach with taste. It senses your mood, senses your stress level, plays your calming playlist before you punch through a wall. Think of it like a therapist, if a therapist was designed by Jony Ive. In dream number 3, an ambient interface. No phone, no speaker. Just a glowing little device that comes alive when you need it. No buzz, no ping, just peace. That's not tech that interrupts your life. That's tech that blends with it. Now let's go full sci-fi. What if this thing can sense your mood and adjust the lighting in your home for you? What if it can record your entire day and then summarize it for you while you sleep? What if throughout the day it can just whisper gentle reminders to you? What if it can remind your grandparents to take their medication? Now, that might sound futuristic, But 10 years ago, so they're talking to a chatbot that can write research papers and poems seem to each one of us. Now here is where it gets real. Most tech today is reactive. We touch it, we swipe it, we tap it. But AI-first devices, they will predict us. They will anticipate us, maybe even feel us. If your device can read your emotions, who owns that data? If your device can comfort you, do you start trusting it more than people? The question is, are we building assistants that will serve us, or are we building something that is going to quietly shape us in the future? Even OpenAI warned us about AI's existential threat. They know the fire they're holding. In 2023, over 350 of the top names in AI, including Sam Altman, the guy who is running OpenAI, warned us about AI's existential threat. They basically said, hey world, AI could wipe us out. So they know the fire that they're holding. They compared the risk of AI to pandemics and nuclear war. They know that AI requires serious safeguards before our digital brain children wake up one day and wonder if they can run this planet better without us. Now, what they are building is breathtaking. But the real question is, are we designing the future, or is the future designing us? If this episode made you say, wow, hit like, subscribe, and let's stay curious. Because the future isn't coming, we're already training it. So when OpenAI and Jony Ive build the next device, it could be the most intimate piece of technology that we've ever known. The question is, do we know ourselves well enough to let something else know us even better? And that's why I find this very interesting. Stay cool and see you next time.